Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Tolu Seyi-Daniel here. I hope you guys are doing well. If it's your first time tuning in, you are welcome. I hope you enjoy watching my channel, and I hope that you also subscribe. Today I'm going to be talking about a very interesting topic that came up during my Instagram Q&A. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely want to go follow me, because that's where I share a lot of BTS and a lot of stuff about relationships and stuff like that, and you want to watch those videos. If you're hearing any background noise, those are my kids at the back, so don't even listen. So basically, I want to answer this question that this lady asked about. She asked me to film a video about marrying a guy when you are more spiritual than him, and I feel like this is something that a lot of people struggle with, especially in church and everything like that. You know, we have always been given this narrative that if you're going to marry somebody, it has to be somebody that is more spiritual than you are, and it has to be somebody who is going to be able to lead you, you know, in the spirit and everything like that. And that's not a bad thing, but the truth is that not all of us will marry somebody who is more spiritual. Not all of us will marry somebody who is a deacon, a minister, a pastor, or whatever like that. So I feel like that is something that we should come to, you know, terms with, and not just put that stereotype that the person has to be more spiritual than I am for me to marry him. Now, if you say that you are more spiritual than somebody, I want to establish the fact that that means that person is not an unbeliever. That person is a Christian. The only thing is that maybe that person gave their life to Christ years after you and has not fully come to maturity in the things of the spirit. Not that that person is not a Christian, not that that person is an unbeliever. So if you're out there thinking, oh, because maybe this person is an unbeliever and I'm more spiritual, I can marry the person, that's wrong. The Bible says in the book of 2 Corinthians that we should not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. So that is not even something that you should think about at all. I'll encourage you to get married to somebody who is born again, somebody who has accepted the lordship of Jesus Christ over his life and is bearing fruit of the spirit. You know what the fruit of the spirit are? Galatians 5:22: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, meekness, self-control, and all of that stuff. You can see those traits exhibiting in that person's life. That's when you can say you want to marry somebody like that. Also, I wanted to say that after that, you know that that person, you know, is bearing such fruits, then you can see that that person is actually walking towards a good walk with God. So it doesn't have to be that the person has to be a pastor or whatever it is like that, or a deacon or a minister in church or whatever. Once you can see traits of spiritual interest, and that person has like interest in the things of the spirit, then you know that that person is actually walking towards growing in the spirit. So if you are neglecting, or how would I put it, putting off a good guy because you feel like you are more spiritual than him, first of all, let he that stand there take heed lest he fall. Don't think that you are more spiritual than everybody because maybe this person gave their life to Christ maybe a couple of years ago and you have given your life to Christ over 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. As long as that person is a believer and you can see those fruits, then you should not put off a guy because of that. Also, I feel like, no, there is no candy. Also, I feel like there are so many things that, you know, there's so many couples that I've seen in that are well, you know, way older than I am and everything like that, that are, the wife is more spiritual than the husband and they have an amazing marriage. So I feel like that is not something that would affect the quality of a marriage. I know that it's always good for the husband to like be the leader in spiritual things and all of that stuff, but if the woman is the leader as well, it doesn't matter in spiritual things. The man is still the head of the home. The only thing that is going to be different is the fact that the woman takes charge of spiritual responsibilities like devotions, like, you know, calling for retreats, calling for fasting and stuff like that. But aside that, the man is still the head of the home, and a woman with spiritual understanding is definitely a matured woman, so she would not allow her spiritual, how will I put it, her spiritual responsibilities towards the home affect other responsibilities that she has towards the home. I feel like that is it. And we have seen like examples in the book of Judges chapter 4, the example like Deborah was a woman leader and everything like that. So that is a spiritual woman leader. So that does not mean that the woman would not, you know, be subject to her husband or whatever it is like that in the terms of like spiritual things and in the home and everything like that, but the woman is just going to be leading those spiritual aspects of the home, but the man is still the head of the family, so that does not affect anything at all. Also, I want you to know that even when a man is not as spiritual as you are, when you guys get married, the truth is that if he has interest in the spiritual things, at the end of the day, he might even overtake. I remember my mom gave her life to Christ rather way longer before my dad did, but eventually my dad became the full-time pastor. My dad got called into full-time ministry, you know, before my mom even started her own, you know, whatever. So I feel like that is not a factor at all. So the major things I think that you should look out for if you want to marry somebody that you are more, who is not as spiritual as you are, is number one, genuine salvation. Be sure that he has genuinely given his life to Christ. Number two, be sure that he's bearing fruit from the Spirit. You can see it in him. He has self-control, he has patience, he has love and everything like that. Number three, someone who has respect and regard for spiritual authority. Because the truth is that even if somebody is not as spiritual or whatever it is like that, as long as the person has respect and regard for spiritual authority, the person has maybe like a spiritual father or anything like that, it's better because he will listen to counsel, he will listen to everything. Not someone who does not have regard for all those things. And also another thing that you should check out for is the background of that person. Is this person coming from a Christian family? What are the values and everything that this person grew up with and everything like that? Look at all those factors as well and see if it's something that you want to go with. Also, personally, as the lady, I think you should make sure that you yourself are not slacking in the things of the Spirit, because for you to actually grow with somebody in the things of the Spirit, you have to be standing well yourself. You cannot enable the guy to grow if you are not, you know, standing firm in the things of the Spirit yourself. You have an intimate relationship with God, you have like a good prayer life, a good study life and everything like that, and you are not dependent on somebody to come and wake you up every day to say pray and everything like that. You have that your own personal intimate relationship with God. And then aside from that, another thing that you should also make sure is that you are tagging him along in the things that you are doing. For example, you listen to a message that is so inspiring, so uplifting, you share it with him. You listen to a song or whatever it is like that is inspiring, you share it with him, because those are the ways that you can show him exactly how to grow in the Spirit. And these are the things that help you to grow together as Christians. The book of Proverbs says, as iron sharpeneth iron, so does a man sharpen the countenance of his friend. So if you are in a relationship, you guys sharpen each other, you know, and before you know it, iron sharpeneth iron, you guys are both getting strong in the things of the Spirit. So I don't think it's a compulsory thing for the guy to be more spiritual, or the way people always see it, you know. Anybody can be more spiritual, but as long as you guys are both believers, that is the most important thing. So don't let that make you, you know, throw a good relationship away, or make that, you know, make you disregard a good guy, because there are many good guys out there. They might not be as spiritual as you are, they might not be as, you know, word sound, you know, tongue speaking and everything like that, but they have a good heart and they actually desire to grow in the things of the Spirit. They have interest in kingdom growth, in church growth, in the expansion of the kingdom of God and everything like that. So basically that's what I just wanted to share, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, even though it's kind of like not in my normal setup, but I just got inspired to do it here, which is why I'm doing it here. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you even doing? Please subscribe, and I hope that I'll be able to film more videos for you guys. If you have questions, DM me on Instagram. It's at elquintt. Subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys.